It is foggy this morning. Goodness gracious. How about that? Hey everybody. Good morning, good morning. Oh, be free. Ah. Alrighty then. Well, it's the last day of our vacation. I don't know what you want to call it. Vacation from responsibilities. We've still been working pretty hard here. It's just Shuva took the boys to her parents for a few days. The boys have been there. We've never done that before. I mean, for this amount of time. Never before, ever. We've always just been parents for almost a decade now. Wow. I miss them. They come back today. Shuva's gonna go pick them up. But, I mean, to turn that part of your brain off, the story reading, bath giving, be safe, keep someone fed part of your brain, to turn that off for a while? Wow. And that has translated to us working actually kind of a little more because we don't have to get in at a certain time. So she'll be down in the garden, I'll be out chopping thistles, hauling branches, mowing, and wow. It's, wow. You guys hungry? You guys hungry? Here. Have some of that. Have some of that stuff. Fit in here. This is Olympia, chicken that had wry neck that Shuva cured. Well, now she thinks that she's, I don't know what, a house pet or something. Yeah, you don't like being out here. You don't like being around chickens. You don't think of yourself as a chicken anymore, do you? Gotta join everyone else. Go on. You drink it all while I was feeding the chickens. There's nothing more. Look, there's nothing more, huh? There's nothing more. See, it's all gone. Go outside and play, huh? Go outside and play. Go play in the fog. It's that happy time of year again. The name of the game in organic farming, find the patches of weeds. Thistles, out attacking thistles lately. Thistles in the oats field, thistles in the cattle pastures, an array of objects that, tools that Shuva and I and the boys use. A hoe, sharpen the end of a hoe, whack the thistle down at the base. Big old corn knife, or, as I was just using, the weed trimmer with a big steel blade on the end of it. Metal of some kind. And just search and destroy. Oh, yeah, it's dark in here. So in addition to chopping weeds, we've been dealing with oats lately. Oats on the ground. He cut the oats field, which is going to make way for some alfalfa to come up. Is that right? Anyways, it was all on the ground, cut. And then we had that big, heavy rain last week. So it's wet and on the ground, making it impossible to bale. So I didn't know this existed. There is a, what is it? Turns the windrows over so they can dry. He's got that, it was buried in the shed down there. I had seen it before, but I didn't know what it was. So we unearthed that, and I spent a lot of time doing that yesterday. Just driving through, it picks it up, turns it over so it can dry to be baled. And then after that it dried fairly quickly. Now I'm getting ready to move said bales off the field. These are, see the stripes? Striped gophers. They're everywhere around here. In the garden, the yard, the field, they're everywhere. And so, got a air rifle, pellet gun, whatever you want to call it, the other day. And just here and there, doing a patrol of the yard and the garden, and even take it with me on the tractor. And I don't want to enjoy it, but now that I've started doing this, I've never hunted before. There's something kind of exhilarating about it, but I don't want to enjoy killing thing. I don't know. It's very confusing. Boy, you're just a regular Disney movie. You think the cats would like a couple of gophers?
Well, Ramona was here earlier, and if she was still here, she might
Kitty,
be
kitty,
willing
kitty, kitty.
to try to entice them, to try to help them figure that out, but I don't know.
Kitty, 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 kitty,
They
kitty.
don't seem to even notice.
Kitty, kitty, kitty. Kitty, kitty, kitty.
Look at there.
Kitty, kitty, kitty. Hey,
Fresh-ish carnage right in front of you. Yeah, look at. Hey, Furnace. Right there. Look at. You need to stay out of there too. You don't have the gumption. You don't have what it takes. You don't have what it takes. I know you.
What do you think about killing things? I'm not very comfortable with myself right now. Not very proud of myself.
I think it's just keeping the balance here. If we want to have some semblance, just a semblance of order, utilize whatever tactics, but it's not. I mean, I know it's not really a pleasant, enjoyable thing.
So we have one missing chicken, Olympia, the one you nursed back to life, brought back from the dead. Now she's missing.
Yes. Well, she's just not. Normally, she's around again. In recent weeks, she's been around again this time of night, or all afternoon. I would see her in and out from the trees and coming out. If I had a snack or something, she'd come right out, but nothing. And it started with this morning being up in the on the perches in the coop. Normally, when I open it up, she waits until everybody else has exited, and then she climbs her way down. Well, she didn't. She would not leave. Like a couple hours later, I go out there, and she's still up and just sitting there. And so I opened up the door into the rest of the barn, and I typically, when I do that, I bring her in. She'll just follow me in, so she knows she's going to get a little bit of solace and peace and quiet from the rest of the flock, because she's in the actual inner sanctum of the barn. And I'll just give her, some of the chick feed we're using for the chicks, as well as this other stuff that's mixed up that's good for her. And she goes right at it and attacks it typically. Well, today, nothing. She doesn't go near it. She walks over to the outer wall of the barn and just sits there staring, like this close to the barn wall, just sitting there looking at it. It was like the Blair Witch Project. It was just, it was spooky. And
before it was spooky because she was, as they say, stargazing. Straight up.
Walling around.
But now she's doing that looking forward.
And now
she's disappeared.
And now, so she did follow me back to the house. I mean, she went and made a beeline for the pine trees or the evergreens near our house for protection, and was sitting there doing the same thing, just sitting there staring off, not really responding to any of the treats or food. So I mixed back up some egg whites and some vitamin E oil, just like I had been doing when she had the torticollis, the stargazing, because I'm suspicious that she's just kind of on the cusp of that again, due to her just being unable to spend enough time at ease, free ranging, looking for bugs and eating grass. And when she's out and about, she does some of that, but I think just not enough. And so an accumulation of days of not enough of that, not enough of the actual feed down here because she's too nervous when the rooster's around or when the dominant hen, Magenta. I mean, in the end, it might be that we just need to get rid of Magenta if we care so much about Olympia. I don't know. But, or we let the natural order, the cycle of life, just play out and let her continue to dwindle. But I'm
But
not
she's
really
missing
for,
right now,
so
so we
she
don't
just
know.
never. So all day, she has been acting so strange. And after I actually force fed her this vitamin E and egg whites, she just went back to sitting right underneath the evergreen tree, but just barely, and just sitting there. And then next time I came out and looked for her, she was gone, and I haven't been able to find her since. Typically this time of night, she'd already been out here, would have already made her way up into the, either tried to make her way up into the perches first, or I would have been out here and would have kind of kept all the other chickens at bay so she could do it safely, and,
we'll have
and
to wait
she'd be
and
up
see if
ready
she
for bed.
returns.
But I don't know. So